like seeing those lights on the dash, but we're gonna address them. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, well, what if I mess it up, or I don't have time to do this, or what if I don't do it right?
Oh, there's a solution. Alright, so I'm just gonna hop on Google, Corvette C5 ABS fixer. Look at that, first result. Yep. Yeah, this is exactly what I need to fix. Alright, let's get the owner on the phone. Bingo.
Hi, this is Brandon.
Hey Brandon, my name is Pablo. I have a C5 here with the typical problem where I have the ABS and traction lights on. I was wondering if you could shed some light on how exactly you guys, because it looks like you guys are known for fixing this issue.
Yeah, what problem are you having right now?
So I'm having the problem where the ABS module doesn't engage. I have both the ABS and traction light on, and I pulled the codes. It looks like I have C1214.
Okay, that is one of the codes that we do repair. We typically fix those the same day we get them and ship them back out the next day, so turnaround is pretty quick. That is a common failure, and that is inside the module. Nothing external can cause that module or failure. So we'll definitely get you fixed up on that one. It's just $150 for the repair, and we do typically fix those the same day we get them and ship them back out the next day.
Okay, so the turnaround time is what, like a day or two?
Yep. As soon as we get it, we will typically look at that module, test it, fix it, and then turn it around and test it once the repair has been made. We typically do that within 24 hours and ship it back the next business day.
Okay, so you bench test it, make sure everything's good, obviously, before it gets to me. I'm looking on the website here. What's this surge suppression upgrade?
Yep. So what that is, that's an internal part that we install inside the module. You'll never see it externally. It's an internal part that we do install. And once that surge suppressor is installed, what that does is every time you turn on your key or you are in an ABS situation, the ABS module applies 12 volts to that wire wound pump motor. And because of the characteristics of a wire wound inductive motor, when you remove a voltage from a inductor like that, it creates a voltage spike just because of the lack of current. And what we do is we go in there and install this circuit inside the module that clamps or shunts that voltage spike, which is sometimes upwards to a couple hundred volts for a few milliseconds. It's kind of like an electronic sledgehammer on your electronics. So what we do is we squash that down to a normal usable level to where it just makes that module last a lot longer. It is a known failure in these modules in the pump control circuit. So once you do get that surge suppression installed, it'll just kind of like peace of mind. It just makes that module last a lot longer. Doesn't improve any performance, but it will make it last a lot longer.
Yeah, no, that's definitely worth the what is it, just $50 for that?
Yeah, $50 upgrade. That would make the repair an even 200 plus shipping.
That makes sense. Oh, okay, plus shipping. All right. Yeah, so I think so all I have to do is just take the module off the car and then undo the clip and just send it like that to you guys. Anything else?
Yep. Yep. We do have removal instructions on our website. If you go to absfixer.com and then click on module removal, that will give you instructions. We kind of tell you what tools you need, how to get the module off there. And once you do that, we also offer you a free FedEx label to get us your module as well. So that way you don't have to pay to get us your module. The only thing you have to pay is just return shipping. And that's because everybody has different requirements. Some people don't care how long they get it back. Other people want it back the next day. So we give you the option to select on how you want it to ship back to you, and you just select that, and it just adds that to your cart, and then you're good to go.
Wow. That's pretty simple. This sounds like a very simple way of relieving this headache.
Yeah, it does come with a lifetime warranty on that repair as well.
Wow. All right, sign me up. I'm ordering this right now.
Sounds good. We'll get you fixed up.
Thanks so much, Brandon. Take care. Alright guys, and this is what it looks like when ABS Fixer ships your ABS module back to you. So let's go ahead and open this up. Nice protective packaging. You're gonna have your invoice breakdown. And here it is. Oh, they even clean it up for you a little bit. I like that. Alright, let's go install this thing. Alright, now installation is going to be pretty much the reverse of removal, but it's still very simple. You'll see right in the middle there's the ABS pump, and that's right where you're going to be plugging in the module. Could give you a little bit of a better view here. Right there. So now we're going to be throwing our pump on. So the first step, this is exactly what we're going to be working with right here. See that yellow clip? That goes under the ABS module. And then all we're doing is we're putting the module right in front of these sensors right here. First step, you're going to want to install the clip back on your ABS module, and you're going to slide it through right here until you get to the other side. You can see right there, there's the module. I'm just going to push, there you go, and that's it. Next step, that yellow clip right there underneath the module, you're going to want to clip it in. Next, you're going to grab one of those screws that holds the ABS module in place. It's followed by a Torx 20-bit. I have an extension and a screwdriver. And my tip is to get one of the bottom screws in first to hold it in place. So right there you can see, right there towards the bottom right, I'm going to be installing one screw first. You can see right there, I have my screwdriver on it. I've screwed it in. And what that's going to do is that's going to hold it in place for you. Next, you grab the rest of your screws, and we're going to be installing them on the perimeter of the ABS module. Next, you'll see I have my extension on the bottom left screw of the module. And again, just take your time, not super tight, just nice and firm. Boom. 2 bottom bolts done. So what you're going to want to do is come to the passenger side, locate the ABS module, and we're going to be working on the top 2 screws. Normally I like to do the middle screws later. First screw is going to be right here, and the other screw is going to be on the exact opposite side. So let's get those in. You'll see right there I've started the screw, and we're going to put the other one on the other side right there. So you'll see I've started the top left screw and the top right screw right there. And now we're just going to be screwing those in. Now for the middle 2 screws, what I've done here is you'll see I've used a little bit of tape to kind of hold the screw on to the extension. It just makes it easier because it's in a tough spot. And you're just going to slide this into the center. You'll see that hole right there on the left. That's where you're going to be sliding in. Boom. There you go. All right, now we have the last screw, which goes on the left side. I always like to leave the easy one for last. There you go. You're just going to do the same thing. All right, now last step is going to be plugging in the connector. So you'll have the connector right here. You want to make sure that this clip is upward, like this, right there. Make sure you have this clip going upward. And you just plug it in. And that top clip goes down to secure that harness in place. Last, you have this little plastic tab here that you're going to slide right in there. And that's it. That's how you reinstall the ABS module. All right, and now you're just going to want to turn the car on, but normally I like to put the key in, cycle it first. Should see all the lights are gone. Beautiful. And now you'll see that traction control has now been fixed and activated, and you can press and hold down for competition mode as well. There you go. What was the deal with 97 to 2000? Did they sold the boards and they couldn't get them back, or what happened?
No, what happened was well, they're an early version of the same module that's in your 01 to 04. They're just a little bit different real estate or different size module, but the technology that they used in the older C5 modules it's what they call a flip chip technology, but all of the logic and circuit boards that where all the decisions take place is basically photo etched silicone on top of a ceramic substrate. So there's no removable parts like diodes and transistors and chips that you could desolder. They're just basically kind of grown on a ceramic substrate. So you
That's why when it
can't,
takes a crap, you
yeah,
literally can't fix it.
exactly. And a lot of times what happens is there's these things called wire bonds, and they look like tiny little frog hairs, but they're the actual connections from the outside world. And the design looks great on paper, but over time these things just fail. And I think it's from heating and cooling, expanding and contraction, just over and over. It's like a kind of like a
Thousands of cycles.
yeah, it's like a machine gun, on your vehicle.
Right.
And over they just fail. And when they fail, it's a one-time manufacturing process. They're made to be made as quickly as possible and disposed of. But the problem is when Delphi or Delco went out of business, they sold all their rights to a company called TRW. So GM doesn't even have the rights to make these anymore because they owned half the rights between them and Delphi. And when Delphi sold, GM couldn't even make them anymore. So after 7 years, these things were gone, and they're a totally different module, so they're just not, you can't put the new ones in the old ones.
Right. So when you save one, it's literally like you're using a valuable relic that you just saved.
Absolutely. And it's kind of like your laptop from like the 90s. How many laptops are out there from the 90s? Not very many.
Yeah.
An old computer is kind of like an old toothbrush. It might work, but it's going to go bad.
Right.
It's just going to go bad. But when we do fix some of the older C5 module issues, it's a little bit more involved of the process.
Yeah.
So it's not all for naught, but some of the pump control issues we do repair. So that's kind of a big deal for us right now. That's kind of because a lot of people for a long time, nobody was doing anything. So the fact that we can do about 10% of these repairs is actually kind of a big deal.
It's huge.
So.
Yeah.